What is Miraj un-Nabi? Why did God take his messenger, Muhammad, on a journey through the heavens? And what instructions were given to him there? Whom did the prophet meet in the heavens? And what did he witness in paradise and hell? Why is this journey called Miraj? We will tell you all of this in detail in today's video. Therefore, we request you to watch the video until the very end. If you like the video, please like it and share it with your friends. The Miraj of Muhammad is a magnificent event that holds great significance in Islamic history. 12 years had passed since his appointment as a prophet, and he was 52 years old. It was the night of the 27th of Rajab. He was resting in the haram of the Kaaba when, by the command of Allah, Angel Gabriel arrived and took him upon a white, swift-moving creature named Buraq. The first destination of the prophet was Masjid al-Aqsa. There he led all the prophets in prayer. Afterward, a ladder was presented to him, through which Angel Gabriel took him toward the heavens. In Arabic, a ladder is called Miraj, which is why this event is famous by this name. On the first heaven, the prophet met Adam. Here he saw human souls and angels, and observed parables of various human deeds. At one place he saw people harvesting crops, and as soon as they harvested, the crops grew back even more. He asked, "Who are these people?" It was said, "These are those who strive in the path of Allah." Then he saw people whose heads were being crushed with stones. When he asked who they were, he was told they were those who did not offer their prayers. He saw others wearing patched clothes, grazing like animals. He was told these are people who did not give zakat or charity from their wealth. He saw a man trying to lift a bundle of wood. Even though he couldn't lift it, he kept adding more wood to it. He was told this is a person who is already burdened by trusts and responsibilities he cannot fulfill, yet he continues to take on more. He saw people whose tongues and lips were being clipped with scissors. He was told these were irresponsible orators who spoke recklessly and spread mischief. In another place, he saw a small hole in a rock from which a large bull emerged, but it could not go back in. He was told this is like a person who speaks a word of mischief and then regrets it, but cannot take it back. He saw people eating their own flesh. These were those who spoke ill of others. Nearby, people with copper nails were scratching their own faces and chests. These were backbiters who attacked the honor of others. He saw people with lips like camels eating fire. These were those who consumed the property of orphans. He saw people with enormous bellies full of snakes, unable to move while others trampled over them. These were the usurers. He saw people choosing to eat rotten, stinking meat while fresh meat was available. These were men and women who left their lawful spouses to fulfill their desires through forbidden means. He saw women suspended by their chests. He was told these were women who attributed children to their husbands who were not theirs. During these observations, the prophet met an angel with a very stern and somber face. He asked Gabriel why this angel was so different from the others who were cheerful. Gabriel replied, "This is the guardian of hell." Hearing this, the prophet expressed a wish to see hell. Suddenly, the veil was lifted, and hell appeared with all its horrors. After witnessing this, the prophet reached the second heaven, where he met Yahya and Isa. On the third heaven, he met Yusuf. On the fourth heaven, Idris. On the fifth heaven, Harun. On the sixth heaven, Musa. And on the seventh heaven, he met Ibrahim. The prophet continued further until he reached Sidrat al-Muntaha. Near this place, he was shown paradise, where he saw what no eye has seen and no ear has heard. At this point, Angel Gabriel stopped, and the prophet proceeded alone to be honored with a direct conversation in the divine presence of Allah. There, Allah Almighty ordained 50 prayers daily for his ummah and bestowed the last 2 verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. It was also declared that all sins except shirk could potentially be forgiven. On his way back, Musa suggested that the ummah would not be able to fulfill 50 prayers and urged him to ask for a reduction. The prophet returned several times until the prayers were fixed at 5, though their reward remained equal to 50. Upon returning to Mecca, When he narrated the event to the Quraysh, they considered it a lie. However, when he provided accurate details about Masjid al-Aqsa, some embraced the faith while others continued to deny it. Respected viewers, the Miraj of Muhammad was a significant spiritual journey that provided guidance for Muslims regarding their worship and their connection with Allah. It teaches us that Allah's help and guidance are always available for those on His path, and the doors to spiritual elevation and success are always open.